queen. A drag queen. I am the queen of drag.
Entertainment and theater began in ancient Greece, where women were not allowed to be actors, so men often dressed up and portrayed female characters. The word drag comes from the fact that dresses dragged along the floor. Even outside of shows, men were expected to dress in drag for religious events and rituals. Some debate that drag actually started in the 1800s because of minstrel shows and Shakespearean plays. The first ever drag queen recorded in American history was freed person William Dorsey Swann, who was born into slavery in 1860 in Hancock, Maryland. Swann hosted drag balls throughout Washington, D.C., where other former enslaved men would wear dresses to dance. One of the dances they would do was the infamous cakewalk, which mocked the mannerisms of white slave owners. This form of dance resembled voguing, which would emerge almost a century later. On Swann's 30th birthday, he was put into custody, making this the first arrest for female impersonation in the United States. 12 other African American men were arrested alongside him. Unlike everyone else, Swann ran up towards the officer to try to block the entrance. The 13 men had to pay a bond or serve a month in jail, with their names being published in the newspaper. In 1896, Swann would be sentenced to 10 months in jail for the false claim of keeping a disorderly house, which is a nice way of saying running a brothel. Swann requested a pardon from then-President Grover Cleveland, but it was denied. Female impersonation continued in vaudeville, where elements of comedy and burlesque were added in. In the 1920s, famous female impersonator Julian Eltinge became the highest paid actor in the world and eventually performed on Broadway. When Prohibition happened, straight and queer people would congregate together in underground speakeasies. This started the pansy craze, where queer performers became a part of mainstream entertainment up until the mid-1930s. During the craze, drag queens were called pansy performers and were hired to entertain in front of straight audiences. After the end of World War II, society shifted towards a family-focused, heteronormative lifestyle. Because of this new age of conformity, queer people were being ostracized and criminalized again. Though drag balls started in the 19th century, the ballroom scene strengthened and became more influential, especially in New York City. It created a safe space for Black and Latino queer people to express themselves, mainly through outfits and dances. The Paris is Burning documentary showcased ball competitions based on categories such as femme queens, butch queens, and banji realness. The contestants compete to win their house a trophy. In ballroom, houses acted like family for Black and Latino queer people, providing love, shelter, and other resources. Some famous houses include the Royal House of La Beja, the House of Balenciaga, and the House of Dupree. As the 21st century continues, drag has become a beloved form of entertainment and made its way into mainstream media, with shows such as RuPaul's Drag Race, Dragula, We're Here, and more, showcasing the diversity of drag. This representation gains positive exposure for the LGBTQ community as drag performers on these shows talk about the obstacles they face. Despite some believing that drag should be banned, the community still continues to thrive through adversity.